Maneham Shiguro Shiyata Parakamalam Shigurun Vaishnavamscha Shirupam Sagrajatam Saganaraganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shirana Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Shivishikam Vitamscha Om Agyana Timaranda Shagyana Jana Shalakya Chakshorun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Gorva Bistam Supuragam Garaganara Sisha Sambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samastaveda Nipanam Shirupa Patanugam Govindabidam Ujwalam Varatanum Bhaktyan Vitam Sundaram Bande Vishwagurun Shah Divyad Bhagavad Premno Ebija Pradam Devam Divyatanam Suchandavaranam Balarka Chelanchitam Sandrananda Puram Sadeka Varanam Vairagya Vidyamburim Sri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Baram Bandetam Shubharam Mareka Sharanam Nyashishwara Sridharam Vansha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavenibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahabaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratavishe Namah. So we're hearing from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, translation and commentary by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. This is Madhya-lila, chapter 9. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's travels to the holy places. This is verse number 1. Nanamata graha grashtan dakinatya janadvipan kriparina vimuchaitan goras chakres vaishnavan. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu converted the inhabitants of South India. These people were strong as elephants, but they were in the clutches of the crocodiles of various philosophies, such as the Buddhist, Jain, and Mayavad philosophies. With his disc of mercy, the Lord delivered them all by converting them into Vaishnavas, devotees of the Lord. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is converting the people of South India into Vaishnavas as compared herein to Lord Vishnu's delivering Gajendra the elephant from the attack of a crocodile. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited southern India, almost all the residents were within the jaws of the crocodiles of Buddhist, Jain, and Mayavad philosophy. Here, Kaviraj Goswami states that although these people were as strong as elephants, they were almost in the clutches of death because they were being attacked by the crocodiles of various philosophies. However, just as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the form of Vishnu saved the elephant Gajendra from the clutches of a crocodile, so he saved all the people of South India from the clutches of various philosophies by converting them into Vaishnavas. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All glories to Sri Nityananda Prabhu. All glories to Sri Advaita Charya, and all glories to all the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Dakina Gaman Prabhur Ati Vilakan Sahasra Sahasra Tirtha Koila Darshan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's tour of South India was certainly very extraordinary because he visited many thousands of places of pilgrimage there. Se Sab Tirtha Sparshi Mahatirtha Koila, Se Chali Se Deshera Loka Nishtarila. On the plea of visiting all these holy places, the Lord converted many thousands of residents and thus delivered them. Simply by touching the holy places, he made them into great places of pilgrimage. It is said, Tirti Korvanti Tirtani, a tirtha or holy place, is a place where great saintly personalities visit or reside. Although the holy places were already places of pilgrimage, they were all purified by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's visit. Many people go to these holy places and leave their sinful activities there, thus becoming free from contamination. When these contaminations pile up, they are counterattacked by the visit of great personalities like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his strict followers. Many kinds of patients come to a hospital which may be infected by many types of diseases. Actually, the hospital is always infected, but the expert physician keeps the hospital sterilized by his expert presence and management. Similarly, places of pilgrimage are always infected by the sins left by the sinners who go there. But when a personality like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visits such a place, all contaminations vanish. So this mentality exists of some persons that will visit the holy places to become free from sins by taking a bath in the holy rivers and visiting the temples. But these persons themselves are of contaminated consciousness, and they will return to normal mundane activities. So it requires the presence of the Vaishnavas to go to those places, to keep those places free from the, we can say, the refuge or the garbage that people go there. They are going there just to supposedly become free from their sins, but their mentality can infect even the holy places. That is, one cannot go anywhere where there's not some influence of Maya. So a person like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it is said in the scriptures, when such persons visit the holy places, they can even purify those places. That's what this phrase means. Tirti kurvanti tirtani. That they are capable of purifying the holy places. Se sab tirtera krama kohitena pari, dakina bame tirta gamana hoy feroferi. I cannot chronologically record all the places of pilgrimage visited by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I can only summarize everything by saying that the Lord visited all holy places, right and left, coming and going. Ateva namamatra koriye ganan kohitena pari tara jata anukram. Because it is impossible for me to record all these places in chronological order, I will simply make a token gesture of recording them. Purvavat pate jaite napai darshan, jai grami jai se gramera jatajan, sabai vaishnava hoy kohe Krishna hari, anya gram nishtara ye se vaishnava kori. As previously stated, all the residents of the villages visited by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became Vaishnavas and began to chant Hari and Krishna. In this way, in all the villages visited by the Lord, everyone became a Vaishnava devotee. The holy names of Krishna and Hari, or the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, are so spiritually powerful that even today, as our preachers go to remote parts of the world, people immediately begin chanting Hare Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was the Supreme Personality of God in himself. There cannot be anyone who can compare to him or his potencies. However, because we are following in his footsteps and are also chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, the effect is almost as potent as during the time of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Our preachers mainly belong to European and American countries, North and South America. Yet, by the grace of Lord Chaitanya, they have tremendous success wherever they go to open branches. Indeed, everywhere people are very seriously chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So I wanted to read this because actually I've been to places in South India, and the person said, well, actually previously our ancestors, they would not, some people told me, they would not even let a Vaishnava into their house. They actually told me that, like my grandfather or whatever. And he said, and the people are not inclined to Vaishnavism, but they said, we are seeing that you persons are coming here, and you are not from countries where they are following the principles of Hinduism, and yet you have taken to this Vaishnav, or they would say it is to our Hindu religion or like that. But they said, therefore, we feel we are obligated to participate and help your mission. They actually told me that because they were thinking, because like I could look in places like Vijayawada and Guntur. There were so many Christian churches there. The Christians had spent lots of money building churches and converting people. So they saw that we who were coming there, they saw that our men and women, that they were previously in their eyes Christians, and they had taken to the Vaishnava faith. So they thought, we feel we are obligated to support you and to participate in what you're doing. They actually said like that. Although previously they had not been Vaishnavas. During the time of Mahaprabhu, they were all converted to Vaishnavism. But we see in many places now people have gone back to their previous mentality. Time has passed. It's been over 500 years. But people were actually thinking, if the Christians spend so much money trying to convert us, and these persons were Christians and they're coming here and they're following our faith, then we must also help them. And they would join in, sing, and take part. So something is something, like they say. Dakina desharalok aneka prakar keho gyani keho karmi pashandiya par. In South India, there were many types of people. Some were philosophical speculators, and some were fruitive workers. But in any case, they were innumerable. They were innumerable non-devotees. There were innumerable non-devotees. Se sab lok prabhur darshana prabhave nija nija mata chari hoila vaishnave. By the influence of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all these people abandoned their own opinions and became Vaishnavas, devotees of Krishna. In one place I was speaking and someone was translating into Telugu. And at one point, someone told me afterwards that you were talking about the Lord having form, and he said, because these people follow saguna worship, they say the Lord has form. And then the next day I called that man was there, and I said, now you correct what you said yesterday. You said because we are following saguna worship, we say the Lord has form. That's not what I said. Now you tell correctly what I said. Because he was trying to say that actually the Lord is formless. Because they're Mayavadis, they want to say the Lord is formless. But I felt it was necessary to say that I didn't say that the Lord has form because we follow that philosophy that says Lord has form. I wanted to say that the Lord has form without any qualifications. And everywhere you go, people will try to present their own philosophy. And I am speaking in English. Many people speak in English, but in some of the villages, that's not the case. Dakina Deshara Lok Aneka Prakar Keho Gyani Keho Karmi Pashandiapar. In South India there were many types of people. Some were philosophical speculators and some were fruitive workers. But in any case, there are innumerable non-devotees. Se sab lok prabhur darshana prabhave nija nija mata chari hoila vaishnave. By the influence of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all these people abandoned their own opinions and became Vaishnavas, devotees of Krishna. Vaishnavara madhye Rama upasakasab keho tattvavadi keho hoi Sri Vaishnava. At the time, all the South Indian Vaishnavas were worshippers of Lord Ramachandra. Some were Tattvavadis and some were followers of Ramanujacharya. So Tattvavadis means they're followers of Madhvacharya. Some were Tattvavadis and some were followers of Ramanujacharya. Sesa Vaishnava Mahaprabhu Darshane Krishna Upasaka Hoila Loy Krishna Name. After meeting Mahaprabhu, all those different Vaishnavas became devotees of Krishna and began chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Pahimam, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Rakshamam. O Lord Ramachandra, descendant of Maharaj Raghu, kindly protect me. O Lord Krishna, killer of the Keshi demon, kindly protect me. Now I also, just as incidental remark, I've heard from our acharyas that by chanting this, people who are disturbed by ghost, they can get some help by chanting this mantra or this verse. Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Pahimam, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Rakshamam. Very beautiful. And why that? Well, Lord Ramachandra subdued the Rakshasas. Yes, O Lord Ramachandra, descendant of Maharaj Raghu, kindly protect me. O Lord Krishna, killer of the Keshi demon, kindly protect me. So, it's here, the previous verse, it says, after meeting Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all those Vaishnavas who were followers of Tattvavadis, followers of Madhvacharya, and followers of also Ramanujacharya, who were worshipping Lord Ramachandra, they all became devotees of Krishna. After meeting Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all those different Vaishnavas became devotees of Krishna and began chanting them Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Then Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Pahimam, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Rakshamam. So they're converted. O Lord Ramachandra, descendant of Maharaj Raghu, kindly protect me. O Lord Krishna, killer of the Keshi demon, kindly protect me. Ishloka Pate Pare Korila Prayan Gautama Gangaya Jai Koila Gangasnan. While walking on the road, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to chant this Rama Raghava mantra. Chanting in this way, he arrived at the banks of the Gautami Ganga and took his bath there. The Gautama Ganga is a branch of the river Godavari. Formerly, a great sage named Gautama Rishi used to live on the bank of this river opposite the city of Rajamahendri, and consequently this branch was called the Gautami Ganga. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that Srila Kaviraj Goswami has recorded the names of the holy places visited by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but there is no chronological order of the places visited. However, there is a notebook of Govinda Das's containing a chronological order and references to geographical positions. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur requests the readers to refer to that book. According to Govindadas, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Trimanda from the Gautami Ganga. From there he went to Dundirama Tirtha, another place of pilgrimage. According to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, after visiting the Gautami Ganga, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Mallikarjuna Tirtha. Mallikarjuna Tirtha Jai Mahesha Dekila Tahan Sab Loke Krishna Namalao Jaila. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then went to Mallikarjuna Tirtha and saw the deity of Lord Shiva there. He also induced all the people to chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So Mahaprabhu visited during his tour of South India many temples of Lord Shiva, naturally, because in South India there are many worshippers of Lord Shiva, many temples there. Some Vaishnavas, they don't want to see temples of Lord Shiva, but Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he visited them. Ramadas Mahadevi Korila Darshan Ahovala Nashingere Korila Gaman. Because previously the Shaivites and the Vaishnavas in South India sometimes fought. There he saw Lord Mahadev, Shiva, the servant of Lord Rama. He then went to Ahovala Nashringa. Nashringa Dekiyatare Koila Nati Stuti Siddhabhata Gela Jahan Murti Sitapati. Upon seeing the Ahovala Nashringa deity, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu offered many prayers unto the Lord. He then went to Siddhabhata, where he saw the deity of Ramachandra, the Lord of Sita Devi. Raghunatha Deki Koila Pranati Stavan Tahanek Vipra Prabhur Koila Nimantran. Upon seeing the deity of Lord Ramachandra, the descendant of King Raghu, the Lord offered his prayers and obeisances. Then a Brahmin invited the Lord to take lunch. Say Vipra Ramanama Nirantara Loy Rama Rama Bina Anya Bani Na Kahoy. That Brahmin constantly chanted the holy names of Ramachandra. Indeed, but for chanting Lord Ramachandra's holy name, that Brahmin did not speak a word. So only chants Lord Rama's name, doesn't say any other word. But he invited Mahaprabhu to his house. Say Din Taragare Rahi Bhikkakori Tari Kripa Koriage Chalila Gorahari. That day, Lord Chaitanya remained there and accepted prasadam at his home. After bestowing mercy upon him, in this way the Lord proceeded ahead. Skanda Ketra Tirte Koila Skanda Darshan Trimata Aila Tahandeki Trivikram. At the holy place known as Skanda Chetra, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited the temple of Skanda. From there he went to Trimata, where he met the Vishnu deity Trivikram. So Skanda, Skanda is Kartikeya, as far as Skanda Darshan, visiting Lord Skanda, Kartikeya, son of Lord Shiva. Puna Siddhavata Aila, Se Vipra Gare, Se Vipra Krishna Nama Loy Nirante. Puna Siddhavata Aila, Se Vipra Gare, Se Vipra Krishna Nam Loy Nirantare. After visiting the temple of Trivikram, the Lord returned to Siddhavata, where he again visited the house of the Brahmin, who was now constantly chanting Krishna Nam. Brahman, who was only before chanting Ramanam, he's now only chanting. Now that Brahman is chanting Krishna Nam. And it says Krishna Nam in the Bengali, and it's translated here. He again visited the house of the Brahman, who was now constantly chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Bika Kori Mahaprabhu Tare Prashna Koila Kaha Vipra Eitomara Kon Dasha Hoila. After finishing his lunch there, Mahaprabhu asked the Brahmin, "My dear friend, kindly tell me what your position is now. Purve tumi nirantara loite ramanam ebe kene nirantara lao krishnanam." Formerly you were constantly chanting the holy name of Lord Rama. Why are you now constantly chanting the holy name of Krishna? Vipraboli e tomara darshan prabhave tomadeki gelamor ajanma swabhave. The Brahmin replied, "This is all due to your influence. My Lord, after seeing you, I have lost my lifelong practice." Balyavadi Ramanam Grahana Amar Tomadeki Krishnanama Aila Ekbar. From my childhood, I've been chanting the holy name of Lord Ramachandra. But upon seeing you, I chanted the holy name of Lord Krishna just once. Say hoite Krishnanam Jivate Vasila Krishnanama Svure Rama Nama Durigela. Since then, the holy name of Krishna has been tightly fixed upon my tongue. Indeed, since I've been chanting the holy name of Krishna, the holy name of Lord Ramachandra has gone far away. Balyakala hoite mora swabhava ekhoi namara mahima shastra koriye sanchai. From my childhood, I've been collecting the glories of the holy name from revealed scriptures. Ramante yogino nante satyanande chidatmani iti rama padenaso param brahma vidhiyate. The Supreme Absolute Truth is called Rama because the Transcendentalists take pleasure in the unlimited true pleasure of spiritual existence. This is the 8th verse of the Shatanama Stotra of Lord Ramachandra, which is found in the Padma Purana. Krishir bhu vachaka shabda nascha nivritti vachaka tayor aikyam param brahma Krishna iti abhidhiyate. The word Krish, like in Krishna, Krish is the attractive feature of the Lord's existence, and na means spiritual pleasure. When the verb Krish is added to the affix na, it becomes Krishna, which indicates the absolute truth. There's a verse from the Mahabharata. Param Brahma duinam samana hoila puna ara shastra kichu vishesha paila. As far as the holy names of Brahma and Krishna are concerned, they are on an equal level, but for further advancement, we receive some specific information from the revealed scriptures. Rama Ramete Rameti Rama Rame Manorame Sahasra Nama Bistuyam Rama Nama Ranane. Lord Shiva addressed his wife Durga. O Varanana, I chant the holy name of Rama, 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 and thus enjoy this beautiful sound. The holy name of Ramachandra is equal to 1,000 holy names of Vishnu. Sahasranamnam punyanam tri avritya tu yatphalam ekavritya tu krishnasya namaikam tat prayachati. The pious results derived from chanting the 1,000 holy names of Vishnu 3 times can be attained by only one utterance of the holy name of Krishna. This verse from the Brahmanda Purana is found in the Lagu Bhagavatamrita by Rupa Goswami, simply by chanting from the Brahmanda Purana, and it's found in the Lagu Bhagavatchandrika by Rupa Goswami. Simply by chanting the holy name of Krishna once, one can attain the same results achieved by chanting the holy name of Rama 3 times. Ebakye Krishna Namer Mahima Par Tatapi Loite Nari Shuna Hetutar. According to this statement of the Shastras, the glories of the holy name of Krishna are unlimited. Still, I could not chant his holy name. Please hear the reason for this. So, the chanting of Rama's name is equal to the chanting of 1,000 names of Vishnu. But the chanting of the name of Krishna is equal to 3,000 names of the chanting of Vishnu. So then, the chanting of Krishna's name is equal to 3 times chanting Ramachandra's name. This is stated that elsewhere.
Chanting one name of Rama, this is equal to 1,000 names of Vishnu.
Yes. And chanting one name of Krishna is equal to chanting 3 names of Rama. That's what the mathematics here. And he's quoting from different scriptures, the Brahmanda Purana, and also there's a verse. All this is from the Padma Purana about the 1,000 names of Vishnu. So, Krishnadas Kaviraj is making some mathematical thing here. He's showing. Anyway, the Brahman who's no longer chanting the name of Lord Rama, he's stating this. So he's obviously made some inquiries. Then he says, according to this statement of the Shastras, the glories of the holy name of Krishna are unlimited. They're unlimited, not... Still, I could not chant his holy name. Please hear the reason for this. Istadeva Raman Tara Names Sukapaya Ramanam Ratri Dinagai. My worship, O Lord, has been Lord Ramachandra, and by chanting his holy name, I received happiness. Because I received such happiness, I chanted the holy name of Lord Rama day and night. Tomara darshane jabe Krishna nama aila tahara mahima tabe ridaye lagila. By your appearance, Lord Krishna's holy name also appeared, and at that time the glories of Krishna's name awoke in my heart. Say Krishna tumi sakat iha nirdarila etakohi vipra prabhur charane parila. My Lord, you are Krishna himself. This is my conclusion. Saying this, the Brahman fell down at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Tare kripa kore prabhu chalila aradine bridakashi ashi koila shiva darshane. After showing mercy to the Brahman, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left the next day and arrived at Vridakashi, where he visited the temple of Lord Shiva. Vridakashi's present name is Vridachalam. It is situated in the southern Archat district on the bank of the river Manimukha. This place is also known as Kalahastipur. Lord Shiva's temple there was worshipped for many years by Govinda, the cousin of Ramanujacharya. So no chronological order is given for visit because Mahaprabhu visited thousands of places, and notes are perhaps not giving that chronological order. But here some information is given. And sometimes Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is giving some reference to railroad lines, and also sometimes temples where these places are. Now, this information is written 100 years ago, so it may not be current. Some railway lines have changed, etc. But anyone who's There's sometimes devotees are serious about wanting to visit the places of pilgrimage where Mahaprabhu visited. And by taking use of these notes, they can go to these holy places. There are people who want to do that. They want to go on a pilgrimage and they want to go to the different places visited by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because so many people read Chaitanya Charitamrita, especially Gaudiya Vaishnavas in Bengal. And they may, some of them, visit the holy places, and in many of the holy places visited by Mahaprabhu, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur has left like the footprints of Mahaprabhu embedded in stone or cement, and people can see, oh, this place is where Mahaprabhu visited. Tahan hoite chaliage gela ekgrame brahmana samaja tahan korila vishrame. Srila Saraswati Thakur did that. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then left Vridakashi and proceeded further. In one village, he saw that most of the residents were Brahmins, and he took his rest there. Prabhuta prabhave lok ailadarshane, lokar buddha lok aishena jai ganane. Due to the influence of Mahaprabhu, many millions of men came just to see him. Indeed, the assembly, being unlimited, its members could not be counted. Gosaira sondarya rekitate premavesh sabe Krishna kohe Vaishnava hoida sarvadesh. The Lord's bodily features were very beautiful, and in addition, he was always in the ecstasy of love of God. Simply by seeing him, everyone began chanting the holy name of Krishna, and thus everyone became a Vaishnava devotee. So Mahaprabhu is converting all the people of South India to be Vaishnava devotees. Some people hear him. Some people come into his association. And some people just see him. And by his influence, they become devotees. Tarkika nama Tarkika mimamshaka jata mayavadigan shankya patanjala smriti purana agama Tartika mimamshaka jata mayavadigan Sankhya Patanjala Smriti Purana Agama. There are many kinds of philosophers. Some are logicians who follow Gautama or Kanada. Some follow the Mimamsaka philosophy of Jaimi. There are many kinds of philosophers. Some are logicians who follow Gautama or Kanada. Some follow the Mimamsa philosophy of Jaimini. Some follow the Mayavad philosophy of Shankaracharya. And others follow Kapila's Shankya philosophy or the mystic yoga system of Patanjali. Some follow the Smriti Shastra, composed of 20 religious scriptures. And others follow the Puranas and the Tantra Shastra. In this way, there are many different types of philosophers. Nija Shastrod, Grahe Sabai, Prachanda, Sarvamata, Dushi Prabhu, Kori Kanda. All these adherents of various scriptures were ready to present the conclusions of their respective scriptures. But Mahaprabhu broke all their opinions to pieces and established his own cult of bhakti based on the Vedas, Vedanta, the Brahma Sutra, and the philosophy of Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva. So here it mentions Mahaprabhu established his own cult of bhakti. That doesn't mean that bhakti is a cult in the modern derogatory way of speaking of cults. Formerly in the English language, cult just referred to those who are following a religious process, didn't refer to something negative. And it's not so. But now maybe they've become some feelings attached that when somebody uses the word cult, that they're cultists. But no, if the people have that misconception, but they don't have that misconception about the word culture. He is very cultured. So why they think if obviously culture and cult has some common root. Therefore, we say that in the use of language, there is the literal meaning of the word, and what is the two words that they use to refer to this? The literal meaning and the connotative is the not literal meaning. What it connotative and the literal meaning, and then the connotative meaning. Sometimes connotative meaning of a word will change. But here, Srila Prabhupada is using the word, converted everything, so many persons of different philosophies to he says, the Vaishnava cult. His own cult of bhakti based on Vedas, Vedanta, the Brahma Sutra, and the philosophy of Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva. And nowadays, it's in the world, is very considered someone presents themselves as is very advanced because they can speak out and they don't believe in religion or they don't believe in God. And it's become like popular for people to speak like that because they show that they're so-called intelligent, and intelligent people don't accept these things. But they just show that by doing that, they just show they're very shallow thinkers. That they've heard that some noted person, someone like this scientist or this person is an atheist. So they think by speaking like that, they show that they're intelligent. But we don't take them to be intelligent by speaking like that. It's just become something that's very trend, that people are following some trend. Modern trend is to be atheist. Means but atheism itself is a cult. All of these residents of various scriptures were ready to present the conclusions of their respective scriptures, but Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu broke all their opinions to pieces and established his own cult of bhakti based on the Vedas, Vedanta, the Brahma Sutra, and the philosophy of Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva. Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva. Simultaneously one and different. We are one with the Lord in that we are eternal conscious persons, and in our state of spiritual consciousness is Satchid Ananda, when it encounters happiness. So that's simultaneously one with the Lord, Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva, and at the same time different. Because the Lord we are infinitesimal and the Lord is unlimited, and He is actually maintaining us. Sarvatra stapayam Prabhu Vaishnava Siddhante Prabhura Siddhante Keho Napare Kandite. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu established the devotional cult everywhere. No one could defeat him. Hari Hari Prabhu Mate Korana Pravesh Emate Vaishnava Prabhu Koila Dakina Desh. Being thus defeated by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all these philosophers and their followers entered into his cult. In this way, Lord Chaitanya made South India into a country of Vaishnavas. Pashande Aila Jata Panditya Shuniya Garvakori Aila Sange Sishyagana Laya When the non-believers heard of the erudition of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they came to him with great pride, bringing their disciples with him. Buddhacharya Mahapandit Nijanavamate Prabhura Age Ugraha Kore Lage Labodite. One of them was a leader of the Buddhist cult and was a very learned scholar. To establish the 9 philosophical conclusions of Buddhism, he came before the Lord and began to speak. Jajapiya Sambhasha Bodha Ayukta Dekite Tatapi Bolila Prabhu Garva Kandaite. Although the Buddhists are unfit for discussion and should not be seen by Vaishnavas, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke to them just to decrease their false pride. Tarka Pradana Bodha Shastra Nabamate Tarkai Kandila Prabhu Naparistapite. The scriptures of the Buddhist cult are chiefly based on argument and logic, and they contain 9 chief principles. Because Mahaprabhu defeated the Buddhists in their argument, they could not establish their cult. Bodhacharya Nava Prashna Sabha Utaila Drida Jukti Tarke Prabhu Kanda Kanda Koila. The teacher of the Buddhist cult set forth the 9 principles, but Mahaprabhu broke them to pieces with his strong logic. Srila Saraswati Thakur has given a purport of maybe 6 pages explaining what Mahaprabhu spoke to the Buddhist Acharya. Bodhacharya, the Buddhist Acharya. The teacher of the Buddhist cult set forth the 9 principles, but Mahaprabhu broke them to pieces with his strong logic. Bodhacharya Nava Prashna Sabha Utaila Jrida Jukti Tarke Prabhu Kanda Kanda Koila Darshanika Pandita Sabai Paila Parajai Lokehasha Kori Bodha Paila Lajabai. All mental speculators and learned scholars were defeated by Mahaprabhu. And when the people began to laugh, the Buddhist philosophers felt both shame and fear. Prabhu ke Vaishnava Janim Bodha Garigela Sakala Bodha Mile Tabe Kumantrana Koila. The Buddhists could understand that Mahaprabhu was a Vaishnava, and they returned home very unhappy. Later, however, they began to plot against the Lord. They're plotting against Mahaprabhu because they were embarrassed and defeated. Apavitrana ek talite bariya Prabhu age nila mahar prasada boliya. Having made their plot, the Buddhists brought a plate of untouchable food before Mahaprabhu and called it Mahaprasadam. The word apavitra ana refers to food that is untouchable for a Vaishnava. In other words, a Vaishnava cannot accept any food offered by a Vaishnava in the name of Mahaprasadam. Henakale Mahakaya Eka Pakig Aila Totega Gori Anasab Tali Loyagela. When the contaminated food was offered to Mahaprabhu, a very large bird appeared on the spot, picked up the plate in its beak and flew away. When they presented to Mahaprabhu a plate, they actually plotted, they made a plot against Mahaprabhu. They wanted to harm him. So they brought some untouchable food and called it Mahaprasadam. But when the contaminated food was offered to Mahaprabhu, a very large bird appeared on the spot, picked up the plate in its beak and flew away. Bodha Ganera Upare Anapare Amedya Hoya Bodhacharya Matai Tali Parila Bhajya. Indeed, the untouchable food fell upon the Buddhist, and the large bird dropped a plate on the head of the chief Buddhist teacher. When it fell on his head, it made a loud sound. Te rache parilatale matakati gela morchita hoya charya bhumete parila. The plate was made of metal. When its edge hit the head of the teacher, it cut him, and the teacher immediately fell to the ground unconscious. Hahakara kori kande sab sishigans sabayashe prabhupade loila sharan. When the teacher fell unconscious, the Buddhist disciples cried aloud and ran to the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for shelter. Tumita Ishwara Sakat Kama Parad Shiawa Maraguru Koraha Prasad. They ran to Mahaprabhu because they had been plotting against Mahaprabhu. But imagine, when they're plotting against Mahaprabhu by giving him untouchable food, calling it Mahaprasadam. But when the plate is presented, a large bird appears, picks up the plate, and flies off with it. And then drops the plate, all the untouchable food fell on the Buddhist himself, and then the plate fell on the Buddhist acharya and cut him and made him unconscious. And so, but this was immediate reaction that came. They're actually very wrongly plotting against the Lord, and all these things. So the Buddhists, the disciples of the Buddhist acharya, see he's knocked out unconscious, and they run to Mahaprabhu, please save him, please help him. They themselves can recognize we did wrong, and who can help us? It's Mahaprabhu. Tumita Ishwara Sakat Kama Aparad Jiyao Amara Guru Koraha Prasad. They all prayed to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, addressing him as Sakat Ishwara, as directly the Lord, the Supreme. In other words, here the Supreme Personality of Godhead is called. But they Sakshat, you're the Lord himself. They all prayed to Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, addressing him as the Supreme Personality of God and saying, my Lord, please excuse our offense. Please have mercy upon us and bring our spiritual master back to life. Prabhu kohe sabe kaha Krishna Krishna Hari Guru Karne kaha Krishna nama uchakori. So the Buddhists, their previous verses, it says, ha ha kara kori. Ha ha, that refers to, how lamentable is this? They're very disturbed. They all pray to the Lord, Mahaprabhu addressing him as the Lord himself and saying, my Lord, please excuse our offense. Please have mercy upon us and bring our spiritual master back to life. Prabhu kohe sabe kaha Krishna Krishna Hari Guru Karne kaha Krishna nama uchakori. The Lord then replied to the Buddhist disciples, you should all chant the holy names of Krishna and Hari very loudly near the ear of your spiritual master. Toma sabar guru tahe paibe Chaitan Saba Bodha Milikori Krishna Sankirtan. By this method, your spiritual master will regain his consciousness. Following Mahaprabhu's advice, all the Buddhist disciples began to chant the holy name of Krishna together, congregationally. Guru Karne Kohe Sabe Krishna Ramahari Chaitanya Paya Charya Bole Hari Hari. When all the disciples chanted the holy names, Krishna, Rama, and Hari, the Buddhist teacher regained consciousness and immediately began to chant the holy name of Lord Hari. Krishna Bodhi Acharya Prabhure Korana Vinoy Dekiya Sakala Lok Oila Vishmoy. When the spiritual master of the Buddhists began to chant the holy name of Krishna and submitted to Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all the people who were gathered there were astonished. Erupe kotuka kori sachira nandan antardana koila keho napai darshan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the son of Sachi Devi, then suddenly and playfully disappeared from everyone's sight, and it was impossible for anyone to find him. Mahaprabhu Chali Aila Tripati Trimale Chaturbhuja Murti Deke Venkat Tadriye Jale. Mahaprabhu next arrived at Tirupati and Tirumala, where he saw a four-handed deity. Then he proceeded toward Venkata Hill. Venkata Hill. The deity in Tirupati is called Venkata. Also called. The Venkateshwara deity is in the form of Lord Vishnu, and the place where he is situated is known as Venkatachitra. Now, deity is also called Balaji, and many people say that this deity, Balaji, is the richest deity, the richest temple this is the richest temple in India. So many people go there for pilgrimage, and the deity has much opulence in his paraphernalia. Sripati Asya Koila Sri Ramadarshan Raghunatha Age Koila Pranamastavan. After arriving at Tirupati, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited the temple of Lord Ramachandra. He offered his prayers and obeisances before Ramachandra, the descendant of King Raghu. Swaprabhave lok sabar karana vishmoy panana shinge aila prabhu doyamoy. Everywhere Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went, his influence astonished everyone. He next arrived at the temple of Panana Shringa. The Lord is so merciful. Nishringe pranati stute primaveshe koila prabhura prabhave lok chamatkara hoila. In great ecstatic love, Mahaprabhu offered obeisances and prayers unto Lord Nishringa. The people were astonished to see Lord Chaitanya's influence. So I'll stop here. Now, you can please sing Hari Haraya. Give some chance for us to respond. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama. Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namah. Gopal Govindaram Shri Madhusudana. Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Mohana. Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra. Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunatha. Sri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raguna
Echai Gosai Kori Charanavanda
Echai Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan
Jaoite Vignana Savisapura
Jaoite Vignana Shabistapuran
Echai Gosai Jar Muitarga
Echai Gosai Jar Muitarda
Tasavara Padare Mora Panchaga
Tasabar Padarenu Mora Panchagra
Charana Sevi Vakta Saneva
Tader Charana Sevi Bhakta Saniba
Janame Janame Moreya Vila
Janame Janame Mohe Abilas
Echai Gosai Jave Braje Kailava
Echai Gosai Jabe Raje Koilabas
Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Prakash
Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majayaman Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyash Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Narotamadas
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Guru Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Bo, Hari Bo. Nitai Gora Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhari Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajaka Charyashta Tara Sarashishimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajaka Charyashta Tara Sarashishimad Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Sat Chidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Rupanuga Guru Bharka ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dasha Raghunath Shad Goswami Prabhu ki jai. Prem Sigo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasani Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat ki jai. Narottam Srinivas Shyamananda Prabhu ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vishvavaranya Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Shri Navadip Dham ki jai, Shri Ram Mayapur ki jai, Saparshada Shri Nityananda Prabhu ki jai, Saparshada Shriman Mahaprabhu ki jai, Shri Kuladvip ki jai, Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat ki jai, Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Madhacharya Brinda ki jai, Soquel Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Sevashram ki jai, Ganga Devi ki jai, Tulasi Maharani ki jai, Bhakti Devi ki jai, Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Govardhan Sham Kuna Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Ju ki jai, Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Sripad Bhakti Bandhava Puri Maharaj ki jai, all the assembled devotees ki jai, Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.
Jai Srila Bhakti Pavan Janardan Maharaj ki jai.